So I'm back and I've worked with making another sample using the 5mm hook, and this is a great example of why I initially did that beginning chain down at the bottom with the 5.5mm hook, because you can really see it curving, and that's kind of what happens when you work into those back loops to get that real pretty chain edge, is that it really tightens those stitches. So I think initially using that 5.5mm hook was a better idea. And so measuring this, the bottom, let me try to straighten it out here. The bottom is at about 6 3/4. And the top, let me flip it over here. Try to get it as straight as I can. And the top is also at about approximately 6 3/4. So I think I'm just going to leave it as is, and at this point what I'm going to do to get it to that 7 inches is, and this is recommended in the book also, is to block your pieces. Now blocking is where you use a method of either steaming or wetting your blocks. You basically lay it down on like a measuring piece that you can pin your blocks to, and you stretch it. You just stretch it and put the pins in there so that you get it to the correct measurement, and then you kind of hold your steam iron over it, or you spray it with a spray bottle, and then you just let it dry, and it will hold it to the correct measurements. So I think with blocking, it'll definitely get it to that 7 inches that we need. So I'm thinking which method is the better one to go. I think I would recommend to just go ahead and, despite that curvy edge, because it did seem to grow so much, it had kind of grew up to 7.5 inches. So I think in this particular case, it's just better to go ahead and do that beginning chain with a 5mm hook. So that is my experience, and I could always go back and redo the video, but you know what, I'm just gonna keep the videos as they are, because this is real life. This is, when you're actually crocheting something, it's kind of like trial and error to see what's actually coming out to the correct measurements. So anyway, excuse me. So anyway, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and stick with this, and actually the more I keep pulling on that, the more I keep seeing it straighten out. So yeah, I'm just going to stick with the 5mm hook to do that beginning chain.